Hello everyone and welcome back to Out of Ore. I am your host JC, and I've had a few comments recently about the game, and one of them was to explain the plant. So this is a few episodes later. I think that was on episode 5 and I'm working on 11 right now. I'm recorded a little bit ahead because of work. But basically we made the ramp down here so that we could get to the solid rock. The solid rock we can make gravel out of. So with this plant here we can't do gravel. But you're going to put everything into this hopper. It's going to get moved out into this wash plant, which is going to make us silicone, gold, diamonds, and rubies out of the pay dirt. Don't have any coming in right now. We do have water plumbed into this, so it works better. Then after that, it goes up here, comes into this trommel, which kicks all the excess, just regular dirt soil over to here to be sold. And then after that, it comes over here to our smelter, which this one is the high temp smelter, and then this one is the regular smelter. So it comes into these two smelters, it gets turned into melted ore, and then comes into this bar roller, which turns into bars, which inevitably comes down here to the storage. So in this storage, I've emptied it out right now, and I've put everything over to here. We have steel, lithium, copper, aluminum, whatever else gets left over, like coal, diamond, rubies, gold, which I have the gold over here right now. And then we sell the gold, sell the silver, and then use the other stuff to make important stuff. For instance, we come over here and we have the silicone and the coal being made into rubber. And then that over there is our oil refinery, which we have going on this one, turning it into plastics. With those things, I am over here, and I can make, if I come up here, let's see, electronic parts. So electronic parts takes plastics and copper. So I can move that copper over here and those plastics over here, and I can make these electronic parts, which in turn will help me make a built ECU. Plastics for the built battery, rubber for the hydraulic hoses, rubber for the injectors, and then of course I still have other stuff in here that I can make for these pumps. The filter kit, plastics and steel. Let's see, built wear plate. It takes wear plate and bolts and nuts. What else is there? What else is there that we need? Oh, turbo. Need to make some steel rods, some steel, aluminum, gears. Alright, so all of that's done. But when we come down here and we scoop down here and we get blasted rock, because the green stuff right in there in the middle is solid, this stuff over here is blasted. Okay, I could get an analyzer and show you real quick, but just take my word for it. And then you're going to bring all that stuff up to here. It gets run through this first wash plant. Okay, and yeah, I'm kind of trying to hide the other one right now because the person who asked about this didn't know about it at the time. So you put all the material through this, it gets done. Then when I get the blasted rock over here, I go ahead and grab that out of here, and then I bring that over to the wash plant that's over here. And this is strictly for blasted rock. So you put the blasted rock in here, it goes through the jaw crusher, and then it goes into the cone crusher, which turns it into gravel. After it gets to here, I have half split off going that way, half split off going this way. The half split going off this way is strictly for gravel. So I can take that gravel, turn it into cement. I can take that gravel, turn it into asphalt, whatever I want to do with it. The other half goes over here. This is also plumbed in with water. There's the water right there. This is called a froth floater. It extracts gold, silver, platinum, aluminum. What else is there? Let me look and see if I have anything in here right now. Copper, lithium, all these types of materials here. Now I do not have an aluminum smelter right now on this setup because I was trying to make it more efficient, so all I have right here is just the regular smelter, not the high temp one. So once it makes all this stuff over here, I am going to go ahead and probably sell the iron. I might use it later on to make like more steel, but we have so much steel coming in, it's not even funny. So I would take all this stuff, I would run the aluminum back through the other plant, so I can turn it into aluminum bars, because this one has the high temp smelter. So I would just pick it up, bring it over here, drop it in, let it run through. And that is pretty much this. Oh yeah, right here, these things here. These things take steel ingots and turn them into steel beams, steel sheets, or steel rods. I have one of each right now. Wrong button. And that was... One second. Sorry, phone ringing. I also have one making steel sheets, and I have one making steel rods. On this thing here, currently all it's making is nuts and bolts because I need those to make other things like these wear plates. So later on this will be switched into making my parts for this. If I look at my inventory, you'll see down here that these are the 10 parts we need. Filter kit, battery, turbo, injector, ECU, sensor, pump, hoses, ram, and the wear plate. All of them are looking pretty decent right now. A couple that are coming up soon, I think. Let's see, 53, 40. That's the filter will probably be the first one. We can make those right now. But I mean, that's pretty much it. And like I said, ultimately I want to make like a big concrete platform to put all this stuff onto. But we need to make money for that, because to make a platform for this stuff right here, it's probably going to cost like $3 to $4 million. So right now we're going to go down here. We're going to blast out this back rock back here. I did do some digging off camera too, to get this more flat down here, and I ran into a coal deposit, and that's the reason why you see the different color here. This is actually coal. So I am going to dig off to the right a little bit so I make sure and get as much of that as possible. But I'm going to blast this right here so we can continue digging backwards and see what else we can get. That's probably high enough there, I think, maybe. Hit one here and here. Yeah, let's just build one up there too, why not? And then we will put one here, one there, and let's go right there. So that should pretty much cover that. We'll run over here and go kaboom. I wish I could blow them up all at the same time. Alright, so now we have all this mess to clean up, and we're going to go ahead and start doing that. And of course, you know, you got to kind of watch the bucket, because you don't want to be too deep, you don't want to be too shallow. I want to try to just, you know, make a nice gradual pitch backwards, get it all filled up, and then we'll try to keep our full scoop. If you raise it up a little bit to about there, it usually doesn't drop much of it. If you keep it down low, coming up the ramp, it drops like half of it. So remember that if you're doing any ramp digging, you got to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. Line this thing up, dump it, rinse, repeat until we think we've had enough done. Like I said, I do want to get a lot of that coal back there, because I haven't really been doing any coal work yet, so it's gonna be nice to get as much of that as possible. So right there, I didn't get quite low enough, but that's okay. We'll fix that here in a minute. I'll come back through and get another scoop in there. And just come back up here. Boom, boom, boom. Rinse, repeat. Now, I'm not sure on this, but I think the way I have it set up, even if I were to like dump it right here on the wood, it wouldn't do anything. It would just fall through, because I believe the wood either deletes it or lets it fill up the stuff down below first before it starts poking through. And I believe the concrete does the same thing. But I don't want to waste any material, so I'm not going to do that. On the off chance that I'm right and this thing's got hydros on it. So let's get this all scraped up. And as you can see, we're already back to solid rock again. I might want to switch to RDX, because it goes back further, or fractures further. That way I can use less explosives. It does cost more, but that's alright. I still can't quite figure out how to set them in there exactly where I want them, so they go deep. That was a big scoop of coal, basically. A little bit of rock. What do you guys think about like maybe starting an open pit mine somewhere too? I've thought about doing that. I'm just not sure this is the right setup here to do it with. I think the stuff that's on the beta would be better, like the bagger. I guess there are some good excavators here. I saw one that had 7 or 8, I think. Let's look at those real quick. Let me see here. Let's go to excavators. See, this one's only got like 4.8 yards, but there's one way down here that I saw. This one? That's 7.2. This one, 13.9 yard. But it's really narrow, so I'm not sure. We have almost enough money to buy that, but then we have to get a dump truck too, because it wouldn't work without one, so we're kind of like, that's again, stuck. We need to make money before we can start going too wild and crazy with stuff. I do have some gold I could sell that I did, like I said, I did a little bit of digging off camera, so. For some reason, I'm not getting a whole lot of gold out of my, froth floater extraction like I had in the first season. I got a lot of gold when I was using the froth floater. Or maybe that was just gold that I was getting because there was gold deposits in there, I don't know. Because there was a lot of gold on the Quarry map. One thing I don't like about these maps is like the ore and stuff seems to be like a static thing. Like, for instance, if you look up there on the hill, let's see, let me jump out first. You see my cursor right in the middle of the map, there's a dark spot right there. If you come down here, that dark spot lines up with this coal down here. So it's basically going straight down. It's not like going at an angle like it should be in like a natural formation. I mean, I understand it's one, you know, a couple people working on this. It's kind of weird sometimes when you see stuff like that. You would think it'd be a little more real, like maybe at an angle. Maybe that's too hard to code. I don't know. I'm not a coder. So we could also work on, you know, just basically digging out this hill too. I mean, where I'm at would be kind of hard to finish it, but I could easily go up top and set some conveyors going down to feed into this thing and just start taking the top of it off, filling up. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm willing to try most things. Now, obviously, there are some things that are kind of hard to. That should be about good. Some things are gonna be kind of hard to actually, you know, implement. If you guys watched season 1, you'd see I'm not very good with the dozer. So, trying to use a dozer to make a road, not sure about. I would like to try out the graders though. I haven't really done that much. So that's something we could do. Maybe make some roads to other plants. Then use like a dump truck to haul material back and forth. I could easily make like a concrete ramp coming up right here. Concrete ramp coming up that I could just pull up in here and dump into this with a dump truck. Maybe have like a coal farm somewhere. Or, I mean, because we already pretty much ran through the iron farm. And we got tons and tons of steel from that. Let's see, about there maybe. So I haven't even started scraping the top yet. This is just all stuff from digging in deep. And I'm a little need to go a little deeper on that one there. So now that we've got a few loads of blasted rock here, what we can do is we can go check to see what our storage looks like. If we have a bunch of blasted rock in there, we can pull it out and put it through the plant real quick. Come into here, and not a whole lot, but I mean a little bit. We'll go ahead and grab this and grab this. We'll go ahead and put this over here. Go run this through the plant over here. I know, not realistic to have it do this way, but that's what I have to work with. Because until I make one continual plant, that's pretty much how I have to do it. See, I even used the stairs to get in there. I don't think we need to have like a coal plant per se though. But if we could find maybe another iron vein that we wanted to dig into, we could do that. This is probably going to be enough coal to last us a long time. Come down, come down. Wrong way. Wrong way. There we go. That was bad. I probably lost like a good half a scoop from doing that. Let's go see what this dark spot is up here. Let me dump this real quick. Because I might want to do that actually. Have like a excavator slash something, I don't know. Alright, so let's run over here real quick. There's a couple dark spots right up here. Get the old pickaxe out. Because we got, let's see, that's more of a shadow though, isn't it? Yeah. But this one's definitely not. What is this? That is coal, for sure. Yep. And how about the one way up here? That's probably coal too, looks semi-connected. But like, this is one we could take the hill off of, I think. Yeah, that's coal too. Like, we came up here and just started taking stuff off the top. Just start layering it off, go back and forth. It might be. Is this something too? No, it's just dirt, huh? Yeah, it's just dirt. Okay. Yeah, because we could easily set up something. We could probably even do it with conveyors and stuff and have it all trek down to this thing down here. I'm not sure that would look very good though. What's this one here? Coal. Yeah, that's coal. And that one's coal. I mean, we could have all sorts of coal plants around here. I think I worked on the only iron in the area. Actually, there's one more over that way, I think. We could run over here real quick and look. I'm pretty sure this one right here is iron. But again, I mean, it's so close right here that I could just easily... Yeah, that's iron. Right? Yeah, okay. It's so close, I could just easily just run some conveyors over here and dump into this one. I don't have to, like, set up a new plant, so I'm not sure I want to do that. Like I said, I want to have something that's kind of like a little ways away, probably. So I may have to, off camera, do some exploring and see if I can find something that's worth going after somewhere. Probably down the valley there. We did some exploring down that way, so maybe. Let's go ahead and do some medium scoops in here now. See if we can clean this up a little bit. I got just, I think, the right height, so like, all I have to do is just tip the bucket. I don't have to actually like razor it at all. Cruise on down here and get this all cleaned up. I said, and it pretty much goes through the coal vein already. I mean, that's how small it was, which is why I was pretty sure that was the one that was up above, because that's about how big the round that one up there was. But it just looks like it goes straight down. I haven't found a gold vein anywhere yet. I haven't found silver. I mean, maybe a little bit on the outskirts, but like I haven't actually found like a vein like on Quarry. Quarry, there was one that went straight down, like right in the middle, that I was digging, and I probably dug down, I don't know, 80 blocks and wasn't to the bottom yet. Which is kind of cool, but also, like I said, it's static, it's straight up and down. There's no digging for it, like trying to chase it. I know. Quit complaining, JC. Just play the game. I know they're working on it. They're trying to change things up, make it more realistic and immersive for everybody. Sometimes it's hard to be patient. I was looking on some videos and stuff, and I saw that someone was doing a Farming Simulator 25 Gold Mining Edition that had Slucifer and all that stuff on there. And so when I found it, I was like, oh cool, you know, I can go ahead and set up another mining type thing. So I click on the link to go to the website, and the website's down. So I wait probably like 2 weeks or something, and I go back to the video that I was watching about the mining, and it says that they're no longer available on that website, which was their website, and that they now have to go to like itch.io or something and there's another one called Mod Network. So I downloaded them from Mod Network, and which is just a simple click, no problem, works fine. Go to use it, and it says this map is not available, and I got the map for this that they were using in the video, and it said it's not suitable for the Terraform mod. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of being able to mine then, so I scrapped that idea. I was going to do some Farming Simulator exclusive for mining, but not anymore. Looks like it's going to become nighttime here, but it should speed by really quick. Like I said, I had the night set to like 150 speed and the daytime set to like 5 or 10. So it shouldn't take too long. We can always grab some blasted rock and feed it through the plant real quick. I just don't like using the lights in this game because they're so bright and it's just overwhelming. So we should have, yeah, a little bit. Look, we already got stack and a half of coal. This and this. Let's go ahead and put that in there. I'm going to put this one iron through here too, because why not? And come over here. Like I said, I don't know why I'm not getting any. Because if you look at factory production and go to froth floater, it says takes in gravel, spits out lithium, gold, silver, aluminum, copper, iron, and I have not been getting any gold. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot one other thing on this plant too. After it goes through the froth floater, on the exit it takes the tailings and spits them out here to be sold. And that's the reason why my money keeps going up a little bit here and there, because of the dirt and the tailings. Let's see, what time is it now? It is 22, but it's moving fast, so it shouldn't take too much longer. My autosave is set to every 30 minutes, I believe. Nice little scrape off the top there. Get a bunch of that. Basically a whole bucket without even having to do much. I do have to be careful having this high. It will tip over. And it's definitely not OSHA approved. So let's go ahead and scrape one down the middle. That's good there. I'll go ahead and lower it down a little bit. I kind of want to get into some pay dirt, but if I do that, I'm going to have to start like digging off to the right or something. Because I think where I'm at down there, it's going to be all blasted rock. Like I would have to start coming this way and digging into, like, even that's blasted rock. So maybe that's not a good idea. I'd probably have to raise my ramp up a level, like 4 blocks higher. And, well, it'd be 1 block higher, but the scale would be 1 ramp. If I want to get any pay dirt. Because right now all I'm going to do is be getting this gravel, some lithium, maybe some iron. I need it to be daytime. Let's go. I'm going to try to get this right here. And try to get a lot of this on the ground here. There we go. A little better. I'm trying to keep it level and not put any more blocks in there, because I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I do have some blocks, but I don't want to go buy more. And I don't have the stockpile yet to make. Actually, I think I did make some concrete blocks. Not a lot though. I can check that out real quick. Let's see. I think I did make some. There we go, down right here. Yeah, see, I did make some. 56. So we got like 160 there. Because there are 3 of them. And it's daytime again. Sweet. Just like that. That quick. Alright, let's scrape this off the top over here on the left side now. So what would you like to have done? Would you rather have me like have a second plant off the way? Would you like me to make a big concrete station here to put all the stuff into one plant? Nix this one and go somewhere else and start over with a new one. Like I said, right here, we're pretty much all we're getting out of this right now is gravel. I'd have to change directions, maybe go off this way or something to get pay dirt, which, I mean, I could get pay dirt right here, but again, after a certain amount of time, I'm going to be running into the issue of, alright, where are we going now? And I have to change that and make it like a flat platform too. Because working off the side of that little ramp is not going to work for very long before I start having issues with trying to dig in. So I'm going to get a couple more scoops here. We're going to look to see what we have made up. I did have all the diamonds and rubies being washed as we started the episode, so hopefully, come on. There we go. Now we got turn ability. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. Just trying to get as much coal as I can. Because like I said, that's it for our coal vein, basically. A little bit from the top over there I can get, but unless I start going down or start going up. That one up on the hill is a pretty big one, though. Let's see, down here. Try to get one out of the corner over here. That's a nice, good scoop of coal. We'll go ahead and lower this down a little bit. It should drop. There we go. Look at how full that one is. That's really, really overloaded. It's not even falling off the edges. Alrighty, let's go see what we have in the blasted rock gravel plant. I'm going to go ahead and hop off of this and come down here. I do have this where I can walk underneath everything or walk around it. It's not, you know, I don't have to jump over anything. So in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 9 stacks of gravel. In here we need to put this aluminum through the plant. We have some silver we can sell, iron, copper, lithium. We'll put the copper and lithium away, and then we will run the aluminum through the plant. And like I said, we can always take. I'll just put that through too, so it sells it for us. And I don't think we need the iron. No, we're gonna sell the iron. Consume. All right. So we can always. I believe it's down here, maybe in the smelter. You can make steel with coal and iron, so I can always just turn that into more steel. But the problem is, we have so much steel up here. If you come over here to this little storage, this whole left side is, no, this is aluminum, but all this other stuff is steel. That's just a lot of it. So I think I'm going to sell both those. I'm going to keep the copper. Okay, so let's see what we have in here now. This looks like it's done running. Obviously the blasted rocks need to get moved over to their spot. The steel we're going to, aluminum we're going to keep, silicone. Alright, so we got 170 out of that one little pile of, oh, we got some diamonds and rubies we can move to. This is going to be put in the other plant. So we're going to go ahead and put the coal in here. We're going to go tick, 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 and then I'm going to keep the silicone, the aluminum, and the steel. Silicone. Oh, we had a full stack of lithium now. Nice. Alright, this blaster rock's going to get moved, that's going to get sold, that's going to get sold, and that's going to get sold. So let's see how much money we made. Alright, so from selling the silver, we're going to get 99,000. The small stack of iron, 66,000. I'm going to go ahead and sell the gold first. It's 185,000. And then this stack of iron is 454,000. And that's strictly coming from the gravel froth floater, I believe. No, I don't want to do that. Wrong button again. And then come over here, dump this in here so that it gets started for the next next time we come by. That's gonna do it for this one. Like I said, give me some suggestions on what you guys would like to see done. I could bring in a tunneler, but the problem with the tunneler is you have to use a dump truck with it, so I don't think we have enough money right now to do that with. If I look over here, go to vehicles, tunneler, yeah, we need 300,000 for the tunneler, but then the rock truck we're going to need, actually we'd have to use a smaller one too, so maybe we would have enough for that. But 39 yards is kind of small amount. 39 yards. Like the big ones here are great, but I couldn't use a tunneler to put anything into them because they're too tall. This one here, only 31 yards. 47 for that one. 47 for that one. Alright, something we have to think about. I'm not sure I want to do the tunneling anyway, but obviously this would be the right spot to do it if we're going to do it. Doing it right into solid rock. I did go a little deep on this right here, so I may have to put some more concrete blocks in. Unfortunately, I was trying to get away from that. But if you wanted to see pay dirt, we could easily like bring up a temporary ramp, make this like flat from here out this way, and then maybe dig into this section over here or that section over there. We could also finish off getting the rest of this iron here if we did that too. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, let me know down below. If you liked it, click that like button. It really helps out the channel. And have a good day. Thanks for stopping by.